Oh my goodness,
that is a bad accident.
We've seen a very, very big accident from somebody here, and I think it's the Japanese car. The back end of the car has been completely separated from the monocoque, the carbon fibre monocoque, the survival cell around the driver, and that has been a big, big accident.
Yes,
now
we're going to have a safety car immediately. That's an accident that will require the safety car on track, and we think that might have been it coming out of turn one. We couldn't really get a wide enough view of the part of the circuit, but I suspect that was on the exit. Something, either driver error or something beyond the driver's control, has caused that accident, a very high-speed accident. And you see that level of damage to a car. But of course, when the car does that, it looks much worse than it is. There's so much energy will be dissipated when the engine separates from the chassis. And there we see the car with Shimoda sitting there in the car. I mean, he will be dazed, bruised, and not really knowing quite what has happened to him, as the medical and the safety workers get to that. And now is is a red flag, or what is no safety car? It is a safety car, but be careful behind, Robbie Kerr. You've got to slow down.
Well, the safety car on circuit then, and it is the French team ahead of Great Britain. This will bunch them all up again. There are 14 laps remaining in this race, but this is going to be a longish safety car period.
Something went wrong in turn one, very, very big time for Hayanari Shimoda. Whether he ran wide or whether there was contact with another car, but he made contact. Let's look at, well, that's just the accident when it came to a stop. I mean, he's basically all right, except probably really bruised, shaken and stirred.
Yes,
and as I said, with the engine gearbox package, the survival cell is what's to ensure that the driver is not taken from a car. In the old days, the first thing people would do is dive in and drag a driver out, and frequently that could do more damage than was necessary. So there's no pressure on the medical workers. They just take their time, they get the driver stabilized. That's the key to any recovery in these situations. And then once he's been removed, they'll have a kind of a gurney which goes into the car, lifts the driver out, he'll be put on the ambulance, taken to the medical center here.
$1,000, they're the top money earners already. There is the safety crew doing its work nice and slowly, nice and steadily, and just making sure that everything's okay with Hayanari Shimoda. But he's out of the car now. You can see how the car has broken in two, but that's pretty much exactly what the car is designed to do.
Yes, when we saw the accident for the first time, obviously you look and think, my goodness, what a tremendous, horrendous accident. So let's have a look and say, oh, well, look at that. You can see that was, I don't know what speed he was doing, but certainly probably still doing 120 or 30 miles an hour when he hit just the end of that tire barrier. Fortunately, he just did hit the end of the tire barrier and not the unprotected concrete barrier, which was just adjacent to where the car has come to a stop. Now, we don't know what caused that accident, whether there was contact with another car. We did see Team Canada, as we look down now from that view helicopter shot, and hopefully very shortly back as we look at that's what's left of Team Japan's A1 Grand Prix chassis.
Yes, not a great deal left of it in many ways, but as you say, the survival cell has remained intact, and that's the crucial part. But there's the engine and gearbox, the rear wheel,
yes,
one rear wheel attached.
Whatever way he went in backwards, and any other would be rubbish and junk. As we look back and we can see what's going on. Now there's we catch the tail end of that incident, and well, that was a big impact.
It was a big impact. I think he did actually.
I think, yes, he might have done.
He did hit the unprotected part of the concrete wall, in fact, and there you can see the damage to the car. But
the marshal's there very quickly indeed. I mean, that was, and you'd see that there's movement in the cockpit. That's the first sign that any of the marshals. Now, the marshals themselves are not allowed to touch